You ready? All right then. What's going on, people? It's your boy, Ross Tax in this bitch. You already know. Hey, listen, let's just get this out of the way. The Grey, Non-Stop, The Commuter. Not the most exciting movie titles in the world, huh? What can you do though? Liam Neeson makes it work. He's a badass, he's an older gentleman, but an older gentleman who you feel could kill you in this bitch. This movie is your fairly typical Liam Neeson movie. A little bit of a twist. He's not an assassin, he's not a Navy SEAL specialist, he's just a regular Joe in this bitch. Leave your brain at the door and you have a fairly decent time. You've got the black bars. Shot in 3.4K. Visual effects 2K. Digital intermediate 4K. Dolby Atmos sound. Because it was shot digitally, there's no film grade in this bitch, which is a plus for all of us. Guys, the detail on this movie is a nice uptick from the 1080p version for sure. Most of this movie takes place on a train, and I noticed some of the texture on the seating, which was a lot more prominent here than on the 1080p. Close-ups and establishing shots once again revealed a lot more detail. Liam Neeson looking a little older, a little grayer, a little more wrinklier, but still a badass nonetheless. Depth is another improvement, especially in some of the subway scenes. You see a sea of humanity, everyone trying to get into the trains and shit. God damn. Must have been 50, 60 people in one scene. Great background, great foreground. Great three-dimensional pop and close-ups also. There are some shots where you feel like you can look around Liam Neeson's head. You know what I'm saying? You know who else looks gorgeous on a close-up? Is it Vera Farmiga? Plenty of close-ups of her, and guess what? She looks A1. Round of applause for you. Black levels for the most part are decent. Sometimes there's a bit of crush on that bitch. But there are a couple of nice scenes where they are dark and inky, involving certain explosions and certain action sequences. It's a little inconsistent. It's not bad by any stretch, but it's not as dark as inky as you would like. Visual effects, okay for the most part, I guess. There are a couple of scenes where the shit looks terrible. The visual effects could have done with a bit more work, and with 4K, it just highlights imperfections of that nature. So you want to know what the HDR is like? You and your girl getting ready to go to the theater. Getting ready to watch a movie in this bitch. Getting ready to watch Dawn of Justice. You expecting Superman in bright blue, bright reds, great contrast. You expecting to wear sunglasses in that bitch. Guess what? You get that Zack Snyder stylistically dull kind of color palette, and it's a little bit disappointing in this bitch. It's not bad looking, but it isn't what you were expecting. That's what the HDR is like. There are a couple of standout moments in this movie as it relates to HDR, but for the most part, it's a very dull looking movie. It's not very bright. There are a couple of stunt scenes that I alluded to earlier, which does have some amazing pop. There is one scene where there's an explosion, and it's got some amazing explosion in this bit. That shit was bright as hell. You wanna know how bright? That bright. The showcase scenes like that are few and far in between. You look your girl in the eye, you give her that sexy look, and you tell your girl to go sit on the woofer, see what happens. She gonna sit on the woofer, she gonna be partially satisfied. You know how we get blue balls? She gonna get blue cooch in this bitch. For the most part, everything's gonna be a little tease, a little rumble here, a little explosion there, a little dialogue here, a little bass. Be getting her going a little bit till some of the main shit happens. Explosions pack a punch. Explosions will not only make her treacle, might make her come in this bitch. But don't expect her to get any multiple orgasms with this mix. Bass is decent, not punchy enough. There is a fairly decent use of surround sound, but there is nothing really which is gonna blow you away apart from a couple of scenes. It's not a bad Atmos mix, but it doesn't quite pack the punch I was looking for. I don't think it's worth the full price. It is an upgrade over the 1080p, so if you're a huge fan and you do want to get this, then 4K is the way to go. HDR is not gonna drop any packets. That's pretty much it. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the review. Take care. I'm gonna catch you soon.